if you could draw a pie chart of what you think about, what's in your brain for 100% of the day, what would be the biggest pie piece out of that pie chart? What do you think about most in the day, more than anything else? What is the category that you think of? Is it your own business? Is it the stress of your business? Is it what other people want you to think about? So for example, commercials and advertisements and what other people are programming into your brain. The fact is that you are being brainwashed every single day. You are being brainwashed by the things you think about. And most people think about the things that others want them to think about. In fact, Mornings with Mark, this entire series is about brainwashing you to take care of yourself and to invest in yourself on a daily basis. Now, if you want to change what you're doing, you need to change what you believe, what you're thinking about. If you want to change what you're thinking about, you have to repeat certain things to yourself all the time. Now, you're already doing this. Like I said, there are tapes playing in your head from childhood, from past relationships, from things you've done wrong in life where you say, I failed again, or I'm so stupid, or money is hard to make, or I'm so bad at this, or I hate sales, whatever, I've got a bad memory, whatever it is. Those are already affirmations. You're affirming those things in your life. What you need to do is switch and start repeating something that affirms something that you actually want in life. For example, instead of saying, I have a bad memory, you could say, it'll come back to me. When you affirm that consistently, what you'll start to find, I did this for myself, what you'll start to find is, wait a second, I'm remembering things more. That's amazing. It happens constantly with me now. I very rarely forget something that I want to remember because I'm affirming that I have a good memory, that it will come back to me. And that works wonders for people's lives, okay? All right, so there are already tapes in your head. There are already tapes about money. There's already tapes about relationships. There's already tapes about sales or success or business or whatever it is, debt it is. The brain is the kind of thing where if you say, don't think about a pink elephant, we think about the thing that has been stated, okay? That our mind has a difficult time filtering out. We typically focus on what's in front of us. So what you're going to be doing in the mornings, ideally in the mornings and in the evenings, but at least in the mornings for 1 to 5 minutes. It's a very short period of time. You don't have to spend a lot of time on this to start seeing the benefits of it. You're going to close your eyes or open your eyes in front of the mirror, look into your eyes in the mirror. That's a daunting, intimidating task because you're looking into your own soul in some ways, okay? But when you do that, what I want you to do is make sure that you have a positive statement. So rather than the negative, focus on the positive. Rather than saying, I'm not getting deeper into debt, you could say, hey, my financial position is improving every day. Okay, so instead of the negative, you're stating the positive. It's the same thing, but you're stating the positive. Your mind works better with that. It helps your brain. Secondly, what you're going to be doing is repeating this constantly. So you can do this in many different ways. The ideal way is to say it, like I said, in the mirror, intimate, make sure you're focused on it. But I've tried lots of different things that have been helpful for me. For example, what I've done is taped myself reading my affirmation 100 times in a row. And then I will play that back for myself. Usually it takes about 12 or 13 minutes, by the way. I will play that back for myself while I'm brushing my teeth in the evening or the morning, or while I'm doing something mindless, while I'm doing dishes, like whatever it is. And that's now just sinking and changing how I think. Now, some people don't believe that this actually works. It does. For your harm or for your good, it's always worked. This is how propaganda works. The way propaganda works is that people place an idea over and over and over again, people begin to believe it. So for example, Russia is an evil nation. Most of Americans believe that for a very long time. Not because Russians are evil, because we've been taught to believe it. Regardless of what Russia is or what it isn't, the reason we believe it is because of that. I lived in China for 8 years. China does not kill baby boys. And yet, when I came back, everyone asked me, hey, what's the population like? Go to the CIA website, the official CIA website, and look at the population of men versus women in China. You will find that there are more women than men. So, the Chinese people are killing their baby girls. So obviously that's not true, okay? Obviously that's not true. But we believe it because we've heard it so many times. How did Hitler entrance an entire nation to do horrid things? The way he did that was through repetition. People started to believe what they heard over and over again. But this can work in positive ways too. Think about times where positive changes happen in the world. Gandhi and India kicking out the largest empire the world had ever known with England, the United Kingdom at that time. And he did it through repetition, through getting into people's heads. And people started to believe, wait a second, we could do this. And they became free for the first time in a long time. It's amazing the power this has to do, again, for good or for ill, depending on where it's coming from and what it's going to do for you, what actions it's going to have you attain to. If it's helping you grow and become a better human being and relate to people better and communicate better and make more money so you can give more and you can enjoy life more and you can learn and grow more, well then fantastic. Use that to your benefit, okay? Lastly, make sure that your affirmations are in the present tense. So instead of saying, I have done this, although that's also okay, instead of saying, I will do this, make sure the statement is in the present tense. So like I said, instead of saying, I've got a bad memory, you could say, it's coming back to me. This thought is coming back to me right now. Okay? Instead of saying, I'm struggling with money, you could say, I am growing in my understanding of money and my ability to make it constantly, or day after day, or month after month, or I'm so happy and grateful that this is happening in my life. It's very important for affirmations. Lastly, I'm going to give you an affirmation that if you have no idea what affirmation to use, I'm going to give you a standby of mine that's been fantastic for me. I've used it many, many times in many different circumstances. It's kind of a catch-all affirmation. So ideally, you want to ask what you want to change your beliefs with and make an affirmation for that. Having said that, this comes from a book from Gay Hendricks called The Big Leap. And this is the affirmation that he gives. He says, I expand in abundance, success, and love every day as I inspire those around me to do the same. I'm going to repeat that. Write it down because it's important. You can play this again maybe. I expand in in abundance, success, and love every day as I inspire those around me to do the same. I haven't practiced it for a while, so it's not coming back to me as quickly as it would if I was practicing it, but I'm practicing affirmations every day. When you do this, it'll take a few weeks before you start to notice change. Having said that, if you do it constantly, so many people tell me affirmations don't work, Mark. The reason it doesn't work for people is they're not repeating. If you repeat something in your mind, I'm an idiot, I'm an idiot, I'm an idiot, for 2 hours every day, interspersed throughout the day, and then for 1 minute in the day or 1 minute a month, you say, I'm a great human being and growing, and then, like, come on. If you look at the scales, the balance is way out of whack, okay? So make sure that you're doing this consistently. Make it a habit of yours. As you do this more, you'll start to enjoy it, and you will start to see the change come over you. You'll start to build your confidence in many ways. It's amazing how this works. Our brains are very simple machines in some ways. Enjoy the process of going through this. If you have questions, let me know.